Alright guys, I've got a great show for you today. What we're going to be doing is installing a BBA BullPup Kit on a brand new AEA Element Max in 58 caliber. We've got the rifle, we've got the BBA BullPup Kit ready to go. I got a 5mm and a 6mm Allen wrench ready to go. Those are the two Allen wrench sizes you're going to need, and you're going to need one Phillips screwdriver just like this. Go ahead and open up the box on the Element Max here. Let's go ahead and just remove the rifle itself. We're not going to need the stock or any of the rest of this, so let's get that box out of the way. Alright, so we've just got the rifle here. No stock needed. First thing we're going to need to do is start removing some of the parts off of the Element Max. Go ahead and grab your Phillips screwdriver. Right here at the bottom of your pistol grip there is going to be a Phillips screw. Go ahead and remove that Phillips screw. I'll go ahead and do that while I'm talking to you here. Alright, so now that I've got this screw undone, go ahead and set that aside. Don't want to lose that. Now you're going to want to take the pistol grip right here and you're going to want to slide that off of the inner plastic core. I'll turn that around so you can watch me do that from this direction. Boom, there you know you've got the inner plastic core. Alright, so the next step of this, inside of the hole right here, let me see if I can hold that up for you guys. There's a hole right in the bottom of the grip right there. Inside of there, there's an Allen wrench bolt. Go ahead and grab the 6mm Allen wrench, stick it down in there, and remove that bolt that's holding down the hard plastic part of your pistol grip. Alright, now take that screw that was holding that down. You're going to want to take that and set that aside. You're going to need that screw to hold the BBA BullPup stock back to your rifle again. So make sure you set that down to the side over here. Now go ahead and grab your 5mm Allen wrench, and then right here where your little trigger guard is, there are two Allen wrench screws right there. They're 5mm. Go ahead and remove both of those. I've already loosened the back one up, so that'll just take a second. Let's go ahead and remove the front one. Okay, so go ahead and set that aside. We're done removing parts from the Element Max now. So there you go. That is what it's going to look like once you've removed all the parts from it. You're just going to have your trigger sticking down and your hammer and all that. Let's go ahead now and start opening up the boxes for the BBA BullPup Kit. Okay, so we're ready to start opening up the BBA BullPup Kit. Now depending on what kit and what furniture and all the stuff that you get with your kit, that's going to kind of depend on what boxes you're going to get with it. This is going to be your simplest kit. If you order no front rail, you're just going to get it in a box that looks like this. If you get the front rail with it, you're going to end up getting this box with it. If you order the 250mm front rail, you're going to get a much larger box with all of it in one box. So let's go ahead and open up the rail box here. Take a look at that. Alright, so I've already removed all the packaging. There's going to be foam wrap around all these. Tape, you're going to have to remove all that, but I've already done that for the video for you. You go ahead and hold that up to the camera so you can get a good look at the quality of these fiberglass BullPup parts. I can get that lined up in the shot for you there. Very, very nice. Alright, we'll set that down. Let's go ahead and open up the other box. And once again, I've removed the wrapping that's covering the parts that are going to be in there. You're going to have two parts in there. One of them is going to be your main rear stock, and if I can get that lined up here for you, give you a look at that. And once again, this is a fiberglass material, very, very strong and very light. You see the incredible quality of that stock. So there's your rear butt pad and your cheek rest, and then you're going to have the main body of your stock, your pistol grip, and your trigger. And that's all put together when you get it. The trigger's already installed. There you go. Very, very nice material. I can tell you this thing is strong as can be, and you can tell that by hitting against something, but it's very, very light. Now that we've got all the parts out of the box, we're ready to start installing this on the rifle. Let's go ahead and start with the main stock body. Just go ahead and flip the rifle upside down. You can see a screw hole back here in the back. That's where you remove that screw from the hard plastic handle. We're going to go ahead and line up the hole in the back of the BBA BullPup stock right at the tip of my finger right there. Line that hole up with the hole in the back of your rifle. Go ahead and make sure that your trigger is all the way at the forward position before you put that on there. And just set it on, and when you do, it should line up perfectly so you can see the hole back here in the back of the stock down there in the metal part of the receiver. Go ahead and drop your old screw right down in that hole until you feel it line up. And you only need to give this just a good snug. There you go, that's all it's going to take. Alright guys, so now that we've got the main body of the stock installed, there you go. This part right here is now going to line up with the hole in the back of this cheek rest butt pad right there. And then we're also going to line up this little weaver rail attachment right there at the very front edge of that. We're going to line that up with the weaver rail right here at the top of the receiver. But before we do that, we got to remove a screw from the cheek rest butt pad. So this screw at the tip of my finger, go ahead and remove that screw. Alright, so pull that screw out, set it to the side. You can see here you get the weaver rail. So what you're going to want to do is line up the opening for the weaver rail and the opening here in the back with the back edge of the weaver rail here and this back metal round piece sticking out for the end of the receiver there. So go ahead and take your buttstock, line it up. I like to line up the part right here that goes onto the weaver rail. Line that up nice, and then should just take a little bit of pressure. They're a nice tight fit, and that's going to line up right up to there. So there you go. Once you've got it all the way up into place, replace the screw into the hole, just like this. And then you're going to want to tighten that with a Phillips screwdriver. Now this does not need to be tight. It is just there as a keeper so that this can't ever be pulled back off of the rifle. Then come down here and you're also going to want to tighten this screw right here. Once those two are tightened, your buttstock is now attached to your BullPup kit. Alright guys, we're down to the very last stage here. Go ahead and grab your front tactical rail. You can see there's a cutout on one side of it. Make sure that cutout faces towards your stock side of the rifle. We're going to go ahead and line up the hole here for the barrel hole and the tank hole. Slide that right down the barrel. Now these are also a barrel support, so they're a little bit tight as you put them on there. You're going to push that all the way down into place just like that. Come in here and you're going to tighten down those two screws, which these ones are accessed from the other side. Just give them a quick tighten down, just like that. And now your BBA BullPup Kit is installed on your Element Max rifle. Alright guys, so there you go. Doesn't that look nice? So you can reach in, you can cock back the hammer, you can reach your safety through the safety access holes. Everything's ready to go. Let's go ahead now, fill up the rifle with some air and get it out there and get it tested. We just got done installing our BullPup Kit on the Element Max. Let's go ahead and do some shots with it. I've installed a scope. We've got an interlocker razor here that'll lock your front tactical rail down to the metal tactical rail that was on your Element Max. You can see that here. This is the short one. We've also got a longer version. Today we're going to be shooting 3 very unique rounds. First of all, we're going to be shooting 3 shots of these BBA shot cups. This has number 7 birdshot in it. This here is a Sabot or Sabot, however you like to say it. This holds 2 90-grain 357 leads and is ready to go in the 58 caliber AEA rifles. We're going to shoot one of those, see how well it works. We're going to shoot one Mr. Hollow Point 350 grain round as well with that. Let's go ahead and get set up. We're going to fire right down here at this piece of paper. I've never sighted this in, so we could be hitting all over the place. Alright guys, so here we go. Let's take our first shot with one of these bird shots. Let's do this guy right here. We'll load that up, see how well it does. Alright, those load really easy. Here we go. We've loaded up our birdshot load for the AEA Element Max 58. Let's take a shot. I'm going to take that first shot right at the lowered. Alright, I wanted to show you the target after that first shot. That is a heck of a spread. If I get close enough here, maybe you can see the little holes through there. Literally the spread covered the entire sheet. I mean, we've got hits all the way down here. As you see, little holes all over down there. All the way up to the top. So this is 30 yards exactly. That's a heck of a spread. Let's go ahead and fire just a normal slug. This is a Mr. Hollow Point 350 grain 58 cal hollow point. I have no idea where my scope's hitting, since that last round was our first round and birdshot's not going to give me much of an idea. Alright guys, I'm going to aim for the same spot, the highest dot on the paper. Let's just see where this hits. It looks like I'm high and to the left. This is the Sabot with the twin 90 grain 357 rounds in there. Let's see how well it does. We've loaded up the Sabot. I'm going to aim at the same spot as I did for that last round. Well, actually I'll aim 3 inches over to the right and 1 inch down. Well, I saw the orange Sabot in the air there. upper right corner, just off from the last one. So there you go. We've got 3 rounds out of the rifle today.